bashful young couple. Well, for more on the royal engagement, I'm joined by Larry Hackett, the former editor of People magazine, who's joining us from New York. Larry, Meghan Markle will become the first American to marry into the British royal family since Wallis Simpson. She's an actress, but how well is she known in the US?
Not terribly well known. I mean, she's been on this show Suits for about 7 years, as she said. It's kind of a, mid-level cable show, not one that gets discussed like The Sopranos or Game of Thrones. So really not that well known at all. She's been on some magazine covers here since news broke about her being involved with Harry. But I think today is really the day of her coming out. And that interview, I mean, my gosh, everything is in there that you want to know. It's about how they met, the kind of whirlwind romance. He clearly is over the moon about her. His mother was invoked. I mean, it was everything you could imagine in that interview. It's just terrific. She is living a fairy tale. I mean, I don't want to say every American girl, but a lot of young American girls dream about marrying a prince. She's doing it.
She is indeed.
In a way much different than Wallis Simpson, 70, 80 years ago. So it's quite a story. She has definitely emerged on the scene today and will become, a superstar, frankly.
But she said in that interview, Larry, that she wasn't necessarily aware of what she was getting into. She didn't really have an understanding, not least because she didn't grow up with the UK tabloids. How do you think she'll deal with all of this scrutiny?
I think it remains to be seen. The UK tabloids are a beast unto themselves, and they will become fascinated by this because of Harry's stature, and because she is new. She's not someone who's well known. She's American. I say this in the literal meaning of it, but she is someone with a past. That is to say, she was married before, and she will be examined in a way that in that unique way that the UK tabloids do.
And she's also faced some criticism over her ethnicity, which was addressed in that interview too.
She's already taken it, and she's going to take it again. And I think if they address it, they'll come back to it. I can't tell them what to say in these interviews, but I think that's a very slippery slope to get on. I think if they continue to go after the press will then continue to write about it, and it'll become a cycle. I don't think that's what they want to talk about today, nor should they at all, quite frankly. But I think that is something that their press handlers are going to be very, very careful about, because the press will love to talk about themselves and talk about her in that context.
And we're expecting a royal wedding next spring. What do you think that might be like?
I think it'll probably be a couple of degrees toned down from William and Kate's wedding of 5 or 6 years ago. I think it'll be probably very egalitarian. I think there's going to be some American touches. We over here, we Americans do love those royal touches, but I think it's also going to reflect a woman who is American, Californian, and will, be what it is about her that he loves about her. I mean, I can't get over, really, the openness. When you compare that to the interview that Charles and Diana did many, many years ago, which was so awkward and so stilted, and that famous line where Charles said, when he's asked if she loves her, he says, well, yeah, whatever that is. I mean, Harry knows exactly what love is, and he's reflecting it onto Meghan every second of that interview.
Well, Larry, they definitely are a royal couple of our times. Larry Hackett, good to have you with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.